What if I told you that 90% of flooring disasters could be prevented by knowing the answers to just 3 simple flooring questions before you buy? I've got a hat full of the most common flooring questions homeowners ask me, and today we're going to pull them out and get you the expert answers you need. Here are 3 things you're going to learn in this video. First, which flooring type is actually the best for your specific room and situation. Second, how much you should really budget for flooring, including all those hidden costs that blindside most homeowners. And third, the biggest mistakes to avoid when choosing and installing flooring. Mistakes that cause most floors to fail within just a few years. But before we dive into these flooring questions, let me show you something. You see these pairs of shoes? This cheap pair here cost me 20 bucks. After 3 months, look at these. The sole is separating, the material is cracking, and honestly, they're falling apart. But these quality shoes, I've had them for much longer and they still look great, still comfortable, still doing their job. Here's the thing, most people think flooring is a cheap renovation project. It's not. It's an investment in your home, just like buying quality shoes is an investment in your feet. Cheap floors are going to fall apart just like these cheap shoes, and you'll end up paying for them again and again. That's why understanding these flooring questions is so important before you spend your money on them. Alright, let's start pulling some questions. By the way, some of these questions, we have full in-depth videos that we will link right up here for you if you want to come back and take a look at those. Alright, which flooring type is best for my specific room? Great question. This is probably the #1 thing I get asked. Here's the deal. Hardwood makes sense when you want to increase your home's value the most and you don't have pets or young kids constantly spilling things. It's beautiful, it's timeless, but it scratches easier and water will damage it. LVP, that's luxury vinyl plank, makes sense when you've got pets, kids, or high traffic areas. It's waterproof, it's scratch resistant, and it's durable, but it won't increase your home value as much as hardwood. Laminate is my personal favorite, and it's what I have in my own home. It's the perfect middle ground. It's waterproof from the top, very scratch resistant, and way more durable than hardwood, but still gives you the most beautiful wood look. The room matters too. Bathrooms and kitchens go with LVP or laminate because of the moisture. Living rooms and bedrooms, any of these can work depending on your lifestyle. The next question we have is, how much does flooring really cost? This is where most homeowners get shocked. They see a price on a box and think that's what they're paying. This is very far from the truth. The material is just the beginning. You've got removal of your old floor. That's usually about $1 square foot. You've got subfloor preparation, and trust me, this is where cheap companies will fool you because they skip the step. That's another $2 to $5 per square foot. Then you've got underlayment, if you need transitions between rooms, new trim, and the labor for the installation. A quality flooring project is going to run you anywhere from $10 to $20 per square foot, depending on the type of material you use when it's all said and done. And I always tell my clients to budget 20% more than they think they need because there's always something unexpected. The reason cheap flooring ends up being the most expensive choice is because you pay for it twice when it fails early. Next question is, what's the biggest mistake homeowners make? This is an easy answer. Skipping subfloor preparation. This causes most of the flooring failures within 1 to 3 years. I've seen it over and over again. Someone hires the cheapest company they can find, and that company skips the prep work to save money and time. Your floors are only as good as what's underneath them. If your subfloor isn't flat within 1/8 of an inch over 6 foot, you need to fix that before anything goes down, period. Many customers make the mistake of hiring cheap companies that skip on this prep work, and is the biggest mistake you can make when hiring a company, because very soon you will start seeing gaps, separation, and buckling because the foundation wasn't prepared properly. Next question. Should I DIY or hire a professional? Look, I'm not against a fun DIY project, but here's the thing about flooring. Professional installation isn't just about laying planks down. It's about knowing how to prep the subfloor, when you need self-leveling compound, how to handle moisture barriers, proper acclimation of materials, and having the right tools to do it correctly. The self-leveling compound conversation alone separates pros from DIY disasters. Most DIYers don't even know what they need. Then there's moisture testing, especially over concrete. You need to know the moisture and if it's coming up from below before you start your installation. And acclimation, letting your flooring material adjust to your home's temperature and humidity before installation. Skipping any of these steps is going to cause you some trouble. Plus, the timeline expectation of your project is another thing you need to think about. What you think will take a weekend or a few days usually ends up taking much longer than you expected. Because it's probably your first time doing such a project, you might not have the right tools to get it done, and you're learning as you go, so it takes more time. Next question. Is this floor scratch resistant and waterproof? This question really depends on what floor we are talking about. And there are also some marketing tricks done to some products. True waterproof means the floor can handle standing water without damage. That's basically just luxury vinyl plank. Everything else is water resistant at best. However, laminate floors like this Hardwood are waterproof from the top, meaning spills won't penetrate the joints, but if your entire room gets flooded, every single option would still need to be replaced, even if it says it's waterproof. By the way, if you're getting LVP, you want something with at least a 20 mm wear layer, and with laminate, you want to make sure it's at least 10 millimeters thick, preferably 12 or more. The locking mechanism strength matters too. Cheap floors have weak tongues that break easily, and then your whole floor starts failing and falling apart. Next question. What direction should I install my floors? This one's all about flow and light. You want to run your planks parallel to the longest wall or towards your main natural light source. But here's the exception most people mess up. If you have a central hallway, run the floors parallel to the hallway even if it's not the longest direction. Trust me, this makes the whole house flow better and feel more connected. Next question. What's the best floor color? Trends come and go, but in my opinion, natural warm tones are always safe. Think white oak, golden brown, or greige, which is a mix of gray and beige combined. Avoid anything with heavy red or orange tones because those are the most commonly regretted after installation. Also consider your lighting. Dark floors show every speck of dust and scratches, especially in homes with lots of natural light. Mid-tone floors hide imperfections the best and are the most practical for everyday living. Here's what you need to remember. The majority of flooring failures happen within the first 1 to 5 years of the flooring being installed. And it's almost never because of the product itself. It's because someone cuts corners on preparation, used the wrong installation method, or chose the wrong product for the situation. That's why getting expert answers to your flooring questions before you start shopping is so important. Speaking of avoiding costly mistakes, there are 5 specific traps that catch almost every homeowner when they're ready to buy. And one of them can cost you thousands. I break down exactly what they are and how to avoid them in this video right here.